Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 8, read. Pilot, 64, read. Now.
On first down, Casey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
At the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 2 jet bombers. 2 jet bombers. Count. Hey, alert 3. Get it.
Now a give, right side. It's Casey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Come on, set. 10-2 saw. 58, right there. Go. Hey, wahoo. 58, Mike. Hey, watch your leg. Yep. 58, Mike. Here we go. Let's go.
Brooks on first and 10. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully, mentally into this one.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw now on second and 10. This one into the hands of Burton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good... And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Check 52 the mic. Check 50.
Second and 14. This is caught by Evans. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brooks. And he rifles one incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 24. And this defense, Charles, bottom half of the league against the run. That's not going to help their average.
Not at all. And when you're getting ready to play against them, in your scouting report, you're actually counting on a certain number of big-time runs against them. They've given them up all year.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Brooks. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they... Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Touchdown.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looking to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Let's get it.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case. Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go. Yes. Check 15.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
6, pull it high. Smith. Mike 51. Shoot.
Now Brooks to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. McManus now for the extra point. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
You ain't doing nothing today.
The Packers take over.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bridgewater. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Under 10. 10. Check 52.
Here's Pirine. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports.
14-14.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Man, we got to get this stop here, D. Switch. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, lock it.
They'll run it here with Pirine. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let it. Hey, Orbit.
One set. One set. Here I come. I'm coming after you, 25. I'm coming after you.
Now.
Here I come. Hey, Tiny's right.
Go.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Hey.
Brooks now throwing on first down. Past the 20. Open man is Switzer complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Check 24. Watch 24. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, pick your game up. Hatchet.
There.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Joseph now to kick this one away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll set up to throw. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
60 or.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here we go, set. 15 line.
51's the mic. Bandit.
Hey, Delta.
2nd and 5. He'll get this to Eckler. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Double time. Out. 3 down. Out.
Pilot, 64, reach.
Kill. Turn up.
A run for Nick Chubb. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd and 11. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Charlie.
52. Watch 52.
He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Here we go. Right to the left, if you will. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Hey, watch this, watch this. Switch the ball. Let's go. Right. Switch. Squeeze. Slam.
They toss to P-Ryan. And some room to work. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Joseph now to kick this one away.
Come on now, let's go.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Go.
Mike 52. Come off the ball. Check.
They'll drop the throw. He completes it to Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
To number 18. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Hurry, Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Bravo.
Mike 52. Mike 52. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
Go.
Pop, 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 pop. Pop, pop, pop.
Now.
Back to throw here. He finds his target. It's Evans. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Packers' 29.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Ready? Go. Get it.
2nd and 3. Jones has it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Come on, set. Hand over.
They'll run with Chubb, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. McManus's point after is good, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Packers take over.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And how about that for just running out the clock? Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Go.
Pick the edge. Go. Watch the safety creep. Watch that. Shoot. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Watch twits. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check.
Big Ripper.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
49 to Mike.
Rock it.
Alert flat.
Now Brooks operating from the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Cooper Kupp. Incomplete. It's 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Mike's 56.
Look, squeeze.
Check 9, check 9. Check 99, check 99.
Hey, Alpha.
Second and 6. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Hey, Orbit. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. He won't go down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, let's get 7.
Hey, Foxtrot. Yeah.
2nd and 10. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the block, motion, block.
Hey, Delta.
Mike's 50.
Get it.
And the blitz does come. He's got Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Set 50, plant.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Check 4.
Let's go.
Penny, a first down carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
51's the mic.
Looking to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, exit.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm down.
They'll set up a throw. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's Brooks to throw on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Pull it high. Go, go. Go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
36, 36.
25, check 25, check 25.
X3, 218, chopper.
Now Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Go. Ready.
They run it again with Chubb. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Look at me, zipper. 5.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Switch it, Cleo, switch it. Check, crunch.
Yep.
Crunch.
They go with Chubb on second down. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check your hot read. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Hey! Get it.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Jim. Check safety. He's checking. Crash. Deuce,
You're out.
Deuce.
Let's go.
They'll try and run forward with Petty, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get and my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Chubb. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now back to throw. And this is caught by Evans. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 13.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
You ready?
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Watch the eye.
80 weapon. Now. 5.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, Haywood. Now.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Over the middle to Evans. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, wahoo. Get it.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
5.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them, not necessarily.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy broke.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. The big fella. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go.
Go.
Mike 51. Mike 51. I don't think you got
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
51.
Ready.
From the gun, Brooks. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Hey, Foxtrot.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike 58, right there.
Yo, go. 5.
Looking to throw. Brooks. It's caught by OBJ. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Packers.
Hey, Delta. Look at me. Zipper.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Now a carry for Pirine. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Yep.
At the Lions' 9-yard line.
Get it.
Brooks, off play action. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now Brooks to throw. On 3rd down. Touchdown, Packers. Odell Beckham. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Brooks now from the gun. He'll throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Exit.
Back to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Hey, 7.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
51 for Mike. Come to my world. We won.
Hey, Zoo. Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Push him back. Push him back.
They'll drop the throw. That's going to be caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now McManus for the extra point.